Okay guys, my apologies for the lighting in here. These are original 1978-79 Tollycraft AC panel, DC panel that were in this boat. These have got to go. It's time to go. I've got a couple dead breakers that don't even work anymore. I've got a 12 volt breaker that probably trips out at 2 amps instead of 15 amps like it's supposed to. That one's starting to die. It's time to upgrade this entirely. So what we're going to do is disconnect all the wiring on the back, take these panels out. We've got new Blue Sea electrical panels that are going to go in and replace all this. We've got to get everything out of the way. We built the framework here. This is what's going to hold all of the new panels. AC panel on top, DC panel here, our main transfer switch, shore power to generator, battery switch, bank 1, bank 2 are off. We've got a solar charger. We're putting in some solar too. We've got 400 watts of solar panels going on top. The solar charge controller, or the monitor for the controller, is set right there. And we've got an hour meter for a generator enable switch. We got this all cut out and laid out. So this will hold all the new panels. It's a little bit wider than what's in there right now. So the first thing we've got to do, get these out of the way, lay out our measurements for this new frame to sit over top. We're going to have to open up this wood probably by about a ½ an inch, but that's going to be our first step. We're going to run around to the back side and start disconnecting, labeling all of the wires that are on here. Okay guys, fast forward a little bit here. A lot of what I've done I didn't get to film because I was working in the dark with a flashlight clipped around my collar and stuff like that, but we've got some lighting going again now. The only thing I've done so far really, I've got one battery bank coming into our main battery switch here, and a lot of this is temporary, but we've got power through the shunt and then up into the DC board, and we've got our DC ground connected to the board. And the only thing I'm really grounding right off the board here is the panel lighting itself. Everything else runs back to a couple different main grounding buses that are down below. But we've got a ground wire installed to the board, so we've got at least our panel lighting working, and we've got some light to work with again here now. Kind of tired of working with a flashlight clipped around my neck, but we'll get our other battery bank connected up to our main battery switch. And then we can work on the backlighting for the panel, the voltmeter, the amp meter, and everything like that. We'll get all that going. Okay guys, here's where we're at. Got the DC panel installed and powered up through bank 1 and bank 2 coming in through the battery selector switch. And the only thing I've really wired up so far is the backlighting to the panel and the interior lighting in the boat. That way, at least we've got some light to see what we're doing. Our next step now, I've got to put in the AC source selector and the AC panel and at least get that wired up to where I've got a battery charger working again here before I end up going out of town for the next 6 or 8 or 12 weeks or whatever we end up doing. Hey everyone, thanks so much for sticking with me this far. There's definitely going to be a part 2 to this project video, as we're only about halfway done with it right now. But this is all the time I've had to work on it for this week. Next couple weeks, probably have nothing but vacation videos to put out for you. We're going to go find out what's happening in the desert in Southern California. And then we're off to Florida to try to catch some sharks on the beach. So guys, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon right next to it. That way you'll be notified every time we put out a new video. Thanks very much, guys. Take care.